slaves. 210 years later, the whole city knows that there is a burial ground for these slaves, but there's never been a marker for them. There's never been a monument, there's never been headstones. And Virginia Commonwealth University, VCU, thought it would be a good idea a couple years ago, even knowing this, to go ahead and put a parking lot over this burial site. So the question is, beyond the fact how backwards this city that I live in is, and its history is, how would you feel transcending, blocking out race and economics? How would you feel if anybody in your family line and your genealogy was so profoundly disrespected that there was no markers, there's no monuments, there's no headstones, it's just a friggin' parking lot, which is the most profound embarrassment? Like, how on earth would you feel? In your heart, how would you feel? Yeah. I'm angry about it, and I'm embarrassed about the city that I live in and the university that seems to be trying to control it. So I did a little research and I wrote a song, and now the next move is, because the city's not doing anything really, and the university's sort of starting to buckle under pressure, the next thing is we're going to do a legal concert. I am going to do an illegal concert on this parking lot. And I'm trying to hire a sculptor to build a sculpture to this man, this slave named Gabriel, And I'm going to legally put this monument into the ground. I have no money. Apparently I'm going to have to bring a lawyer because they're going to put me in jail. And that's okay with me. Because it's time to take the ass backwards south and turn it forward, right? Does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? My conscience says he's the one that history missed. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation, a Henrico County slave for the owner Thomas. If you listen closely, you'll hear the words perfect. The Caribbean uprising caught fire in this land. Up and down the James River, Pamunkey and Appomattox, tobacco soil gone bad for the movement for the blacks. 9 years before, down in Santo Domingo, slaves refused to submit and took the right of all men. Virginia whites got nervous and armed more militias as blacks inspired, plotted, and passed on their plans. Mr. Prosper's Gabriel was smart as he was strong, a head of keloid scars and a mind of knowing right and wrong. Voted General at 24 in the year of 1800, haunted by the hymns and wailing of his fellow slaves. Now does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? My conscience says he's the one that history missed. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation, a Henrico County slave for the owner Thomas. It was on an August night outside of Richmond, Virginia. Gabriel's men gathered as their owners they slept. Some would burn city streets to attract residents and masters, while others took the capital and freed convicts. Well, the whites, they knew nothing, never seen what could hit them. Nothing like this could happen with their carefree black men. But think about freedom, now think about slavery. Blacks arm themselves with muskets and homemade bayonets. With a white flag on the Capitol, all blacks they were right. White spared, but all losing on. You're a coward if you own men for profit and greed. You're the coward of all, and for all you must bleed. Now does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? My conscience says he's the one that history missed. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation, a Henrico County slave for the owner Thomas. Pharaoh and Tom ratted out Gabriel Prosser. August 30th, one could see nor stand. The militias let loose to hunt Gabriel Prosser, who took to the swamps as they imprisoned his men. Flagged a boat whose captain was a Methodist preacher, but a traitor slave turned him in the end. They hung Gabriel down and brought in 15th Street. Lord, he would not give a word up on his men. But he took that news and he took it with honor. He's buried beneath parked cars now and pavement. There's no monument, there's no stone here to see him. Just black asphalt flanked by high-rise hospital chains. If I had it my way, we'd see memorials climbing to a true and honest hero, Prosser's Gabriel. Now does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? My conscience says he's the one that history missed. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation, a Henrico County slave, for the owner Thomas.